Have you ever done something like really crazy or something really hard that you really didn't think that you could do, and then you look back and you go, oh my gosh, like how did I do that? How did I do that? I don't even remember. It was like a blur. I just looked back and I did this thing. Well, that's how it's going to be when I actually post this podcast. So I hope that for those of you who have been following me, Cookie Miller, I hope that this podcast is worth the wait for you, because it has been worth the wait for me. So for those of you who are new, I will explain what I mean. So I have lost about 100 pounds. After I did that, I got into fitness full time. So I do a lot of stuff. We can start with my newest venture, right? Which would be podcasting. I also have a YouTube channel where I've kind of shared my journey and how I got to the point that I'm at now. And then I also have my Instagram page, which was like before and after pictures and showing my clients and all that kind of stuff. And then I do corporate wellness. I do personal training. There's a lot going on, but this podcast has been on my heart to do. I was supposed to start this in, I think, November of 2018, or was it August? No, it was September. I was supposed to officially start this in September of 2018, and oh my gosh, I could not let a whole year go by. So here we are. Here we are in May of 2019, and I'm just so freaking glad to finally be doing this. So this podcast is, the name is based on my weight loss journey, like I said, and it's just about how going through that journey has been worth it. It has been so worth it because out of that has come so many beautiful things, like being able to quit my 9-to-5 job and do fitness full time, which is like, I'm insanely grateful for that. Being on TV and doing the Dr. Oz show. Oh my goodness, speaking in front of 10,000 people, like what? I've met so many amazing people, all from this decision that I made to change my life. It was totally selfish in the beginning. But it has become really a selfless act for me to be able to help my clients go through their own journeys. So that's kind of where I am now. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about procrastination. Why do we procrastinate? What is it that is stopping us or seemingly stopping us from doing the things that we want to do? I can go back and think about my weight loss journey, right? So it's not like I just decided one day, oh, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Like that was not the way it went at all. I started off and I was like, I'm going to lose weight, and I failed 1,000,000 times. I failed. I tried so many different diets and programs and all of that. And so, I think each time that I was going to do something, it was kind of like a waiting game. I mean, we've all seen it, right? You get on social media and then, someone may post something and they're like, oh, I'll start tomorrow, or, oh, like someone's, I've hosted challenges before and then people are like, oh, I can't do it on that date because of this and that, So we're always waiting. We're always pushing things back, and we're saying, Monday, I'll do it Monday. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning, because you got to start something at the beginning of the day, or I'll do it at the New Year, right? The New Year's resolution game. And I've seen a lot of people be successful with that, but I've seen more people not. And why? Why does that happen? Why is it that when we say we're going to do something, somehow we don't follow through? Well, if we go back to my example with the weight loss, we really, really, really tried to figure out what the exact root cause was. It had to have been fear, right? Like, what if I really do this thing and then I really lose the weight, and then what? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a fear of the what if, of the unknown, of being on the other side of fitness. And I think that I had so many like preconceived notions about people who went to the gym. And so I would always say things like, well, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to be like skinny, or I want to lose weight, but I don't want to be like a muscle bound, like big girl, like with the, looking like I'm going to compete in a show or something. Or I want to lose weight, but not too much weight. right? So why is it that we do that? I think it's fear. So we have fear of actually accomplishing something. And then we say, okay, well, I may not be able to do it like that. So I'm just going to say, I just want to do it like this. Does that make sense? It's like, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to look like a bodybuilder chick because I probably don't have that dedication. I really do not think that it boils down to like a preference of like what someone wants to look like when you're coming from a major weight loss standpoint. Okay, so mind you, this is 100-pound loss. First of all, I was trying to lose 100 pounds and I was looking way past where I was. And now that I'm, in the fitness industry and I totally understand all these things, I'm just like, oh my gosh, the audacity of me to think that I could just lose 100 pounds and be like this muscle bound bodybuilder chick in like such a short amount of time. Like, there's no way. First of all, it takes so much time and dedication to do that. But, anyways. And so, for you, it might not even be weight. It might not be a weight loss thing, and that's totally fine. The weight can be whatever the weight needs to be for you. It's a metaphor for whatever it is that is your weight. Your weight, what is holding you down, holding you back, stopping you from reaching your goals. Why do we do this to ourselves? It has to be fear. It has to be fear. And I haven't quite conquered that, obviously. So in one area, right, the weight loss, the fitness, I'm doing all these things. It's so great. It's amazing. But in other areas, I'm still procrastinating, like doing this podcast, however many months later, 9 months later, right? So not to mention, I have equipment, microphones, and all that kind of stuff. And it's just been sitting, literally collecting dust. And I'm so embarrassed about it. I'm so embarrassed about it. But then when I think about it and I'm honest with myself and I say, okay, why didn't I start the podcast? Or maybe if I think about this past weekend when I was really, really, really thinking about this process, what stopped me from doing the podcast over all these months? Because the first thing I told myself was, I don't have the equipment. So then I got the equipment, right? So I was supposed to start in September. I didn't start. I said, well, I'm not starting because I don't have the equipment. In December, I believe I brought the equipment. And then what was my excuse then? Well, I need to wait. I should probably start at the beginning of the year because then I'll have a larger audience for weight loss and fitness and all this kind of stuff, right? So then I wait some more. So it was always an excuse. But the real thing is, what if nobody listens to my podcast? Right? I have a big YouTube following. I have a big Instagram following. Well, not huge, but big to me. I have a decent amount of followers that if everyone listened, then my podcast would start off in such a successful state. But what if nobody listened? Right? So I really think that is the driving force of everyone whenever we're procrastinating with something is going to be the fear. We're all afraid of the thoughts and opinions of others. What if nobody listens? What if somebody thinks this is corny? What if an established podcaster is like, who does she think she is? Aren't there enough fitness podcasts out there? Why does there need to be another one by Cookie? It doesn't even make sense. Her name doesn't even have to do with fitness. All of the crazy things that like you think in your head. How does this relate to you? Like really, really think about it. What is something that you know that you need to do and you're procrastinating? You're making excuses for it. This happens all the time with my clients. This happens a lot, in fact, with people who are wanting to be my clients, right? So they'll say, well, I'd like to sign up, but, I really can't spend that much money right now, or I really can't commit the time right now, or I don't have a gym membership, or, oh, the biggest one that I get, I need all my moms out there. I'm not a mom. I'm a dog mom, but I work with a lot of moms. And so I need all my moms out there to hear this one. Because I have clients and I have people who reach out to me and they'll say, well, I can't be healthy. I've got to cook for my family. What? So you don't want your family to be healthy? Like what what are we really doing here? We're fearful. What if the kids hate it? Right? What if I try my first recipe and they're like, yuck? Who cares? Keep trying, keep working on it. Make your whole family join you in the journey of changing the way that they eat. This is so important. You do not need anyone to help you but you. You only need you, and you need to go. However, if you're the head of a household like that, why would you say, I'm going to change, I'm going to become super fit, I'm going to become very healthy, and then leave your kids? Don't do that. Don't do that. I had someone tell me, I attended a conference this weekend, which is the catalyst of me being able to finally put this podcast out and record it and be so okay with however it is received. And that was the Decided Short-Term Conference with Christina LaCure. Did I say that right, girl? Because I know you're probably listening. I need you to hit me up and let me know if I said it properly. But I attended that conference. It was such a blessing to me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. It's Cookie Miller. And you can see my posts and stuff like that from there. But that was something that was a catalyst to me even being able to put this podcast out, right? It was something that helped me to break the fear. But anyway, while I was there was a young woman who came up to me and said that she always ate whatever she wanted when she was growing up, but her mother always ate healthy. And she said that she wishes that her mom would have told her or helped her or prepared healthy food for her as well. Now, we didn't really get into it, but I'm sure what her mom must have been thinking is, they're kids, I want them to just eat whatever they want. I don't want them to miss out. But we need to change that mindset, right? We got to change that to eating whatever you want. And if whatever you want is a whole bunch of junk and processed stuff all the time, that's not where we should be, right? We should be going the other way. We should be taking our kids with us. If we don't have kids like me, we should be taking our families with us. We should be taking the friends that we meet with us, right? We want everybody to be able to participate in this. We want everybody to get the benefits from this. I challenge you guys to really think about what has been holding you back. Why are you procrastinating? Find the why, okay? So this is going to be your homework, all right? This is going to be your homework. Go ahead, get a pen, get your phone so you can put it on a note, do something. But I need you to think about one thing that you've been procrastinating on about doing, whatever it is. And I want you to get to the bottom of it. How you're going to do that, just get yourself a piece of paper. I really recommend paper because writing it down is a lot different than putting it in your phone. But if you want to put it in your phone, that's cool too. Write down the issue, right? So for me, it might have been, I want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. Okay, why do I want to lose weight and I want to be healthy, right? Why? Keep asking yourself why. And then once you get to the root of this is my why, then you need to get to the root of why haven't I done it yet, right? So what is your issue? I want to start a business. Okay, why haven't you started yet? Because I don't have enough money, right? What else can you do though? That's not the only way to start a business. We live in an online age, guys. That can't be an excuse anymore. We don't necessarily need to open up a store right now. We can do things online. There's so many resources. So I encourage you guys to think about your why. I encourage you guys to stop making excuses. I encourage you to, within the next few days that you hear this podcast, let's say 72 hours from the moment you hear this podcast, I need you to make a decision to act on something that you've been procrastinating on. Take one step forward. Take one step forward. That's all you need. Thank you guys so much for listening to the first episode of the podcast. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so grateful for all of you. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram at Cookie Miller and on YouTube, youtube.com/Cookie Miller. And it's so funny. I'm so used to YouTube. I was going to say, I will see you guys in the next one, but I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.